What if I told you one of the Eagles' most important players, maybe the most important, just gave us a huge injury update that could change the course of the 2025 season? A star recovering from major back surgery, a rookie getting a shot to prove himself, and a linebacker showing explosive progress. Training camp hasn't even started, and the drama is already off the charts. Buckle up, Eagles fans, because things are getting real in Philly. The Philadelphia Eagles are just 25 days away from opening training camp. And while most fans are focused on new free agent signings, draft picks, and breakout stars, we've been sleeping on one of the biggest storylines of the offseason. Cam Jurgens, the man trusted to take over the center position from the legendary Jason Kelce, has been quietly battling his way back from off-season back surgery. You heard that right. After a Super Bowl performance where he fought through pain most players wouldn't dare play with, Jurgens went under the knife. Now, he's speaking out for the first time, and what he said should give Eagles fans a serious sigh of relief. In a recent interview, Jurgens finally opened up about his recovery, and his words, "It feels like I'm a new man." He explained that the pain he played through is finally gone. The nerve pain that once haunted every snap is being replaced with strength, flexibility, and hope. Sure, there's still tightness, stiffness, and that long road every post-surgery athlete knows too well. But make no mistake, Jurgens is on track. When asked point blank if he'll be ready for camp, he didn't hesitate. That's the plan. I'm doing everything I can to be ready. It wasn't overly confident, but it was focused, and that's what you want to hear from your starting center. Still, let's be real, the Eagles won't rush him. They can't rush him. His job is too important, so here's what that means. A surprise opportunity is opening. If Cam Jurgens isn't full go for day one of camp, rookie Drew Kendall could be stepping into the spotlight much earlier than anyone expected. Kendall, the fifth-round pick out of Boston College, came into the league as a projected backup, maybe even a guard project. But now, with Jurgens easing back, Kendall could see starter reps in camp and maybe even in preseason games. That's not just experience, that's an audition. A chance to prove he belongs in the NFL. A chance to show the coaches that Philly's offensive line depth is more than just bodies. It's talent. And that's not all. Speaking of injuries and comebacks, how about this? DeJean was spotted on Instagram doing hurdles like a track star. That's no small thing. After the injury concerns swirling around him this offseason, seeing him bounce, explode, and move. Like that is exactly what fans needed to see. If he keeps progressing like this, Dean could finally become the linebacker this defense needs. Fast, instinctive, and everywhere on the field. What do you think, Eagles fans? Are you confident Cam Jurgens will be back at 100% by week 1? Will Drew Kendall shine if given the chance? And is DeJean finally ready to break out? Drop your answers in the comments. Rate your confidence in this Eagles roster from 1 to 10. This season's story is already being written. Let's see who steps up and who rises to the top. Let's stay with the story of recovery, redemption, and raw determination. Because DeJean isn't just showing signs of progress, he might be quietly winning the biggest battle of his career. Just days ago, DeJean was seen doing jump rope drills and clearing hurdles like a man on a mission. Think about that. A player who many thought wouldn't even be ready for week 1 after a brutal knee injury is out there moving like he never missed a step. Honestly, it's getting hard to believe he's still supposed to be recovering. Now, to be fair, Dean himself has always said he wants to be ready for week 1. A couple of weeks ago, I caught up with him at the NovaCare complex, and his message was crystal clear. I'm working to be back week 1. He's told reporters the same thing since. But here's the reality. The team is probably going to slow walk his return, and that's smart. The Eagles want Dean fully healthy, not just cleared. So don't be surprised if we don't see him flying around until week 3, 4, or 5. Still, watching these training clips, it's hard not to get excited. His footwork looks sharp. His balance is strong. The explosiveness, still there. Everything about his movement says he might be way ahead of schedule. And remember, this isn't just any year for DeJean. This is a contract year. This is the moment where he either cements his place as the future of the Eagles' defense or watches someone else take that role. Before his injury in 2024, Nakobe was playing at a high level. His instincts, leadership, and speed made him one of the most underrated difference makers on the team. Add that to the Eagles drafting fresh young talent at linebacker this year. Yeah, Dean's got something to prove, and so far, he's doing exactly that. And speaking of the linebacker unit, let's just take a second to appreciate something awesome. Just this week, PFF dropped their 2025 linebacker rankings. And guess who sits at number 1? One question mark. That's right, your Philadelphia Eagles. Let that sink in. Last year, not one Philly linebacker even cracked the top 32 individually. This year, the entire unit ranks number one in the NFL. This is what a culture shift looks like. This is what building something great feels like. Now, let's shift to the D-line, and it's getting scary good. We've got more good news coming from the trenches. Both Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt just spent time at one of the most respected pass rush events in the league, Max Crosby's Sack Summit in Las Vegas. This isn't your average summer workout. This is where elite edge rushers go to get better. We're talking drills, film, one-on-one coaching, and legendary advice from players like Robert Mathis, one of the greatest to ever rush the passer. Nolan Smith was seen working directly with Mathis in a viral video, practicing spin moves, hand counters, and pure explosiveness. The footwork, insane. The balance, locked in. The speed off the edge, lightning. And for Jalix Hunt, the hype is only building. He's not just training, he's transforming. Former Eagles captain Brandon Graham even jumped on a podcast this week and dropped a bold prediction. I'm expecting him to take that starting role and never look back. That's not light praise. That's real belief from a Philly legend. BG said Hunt is bigger, stronger, and grinding hard every single day. He's bulking up the right way, focusing on staying healthy and staying locked in mentally. But, and this is important, BG also warned that looking good in OTAs is one thing, but keeping that same energy once the pads come on, that's the real test. Because when you're the starter, the expectations change. Coaches yell louder. Mistakes matter more. The pressure, it never stops. So, Eagles fans, let's talk. Do you believe Nakobe Dean will bounce back stronger than ever? Is Jalix Hunt ready to become the next star off the edge? And who do you think will lead this defense in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Rate your confidence in the Eagles' defense from 1 to 10. Let's see where the fans stand. And get ready, because this team is building something special.
this day brought you all you hoped for, and that your favorite football team will top.
Would you like to share any opening remarks with the fine patrons?
Got that out the way early. Now let me give him something to actually go about.
Here's Keyshawn Nixon, the all.
Let's go. Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3.
For the 129th time.
Say what? Say who?
Lane officially.
In the edge, Kelsey comes and he helps secure it.
Here it comes again. He still got it. Throws to the end zone, and it's caught by A.J.
The Eagles are now 11-4 after a 33-25 win on Christmas Day against the New York Giants. We are here to.
The Eagles started 2024 with a bang, signing multiple free agents on both sides of the football.
The Eagles came away with a thrilling overtime win over the Buffalo Bills on Sunday, and we have got a lot to.
The Eagles got a huge win on Sunday Night Football. There's a lot to break down on both sides. We're going to get into it here in this.
From the 31-yard line on second down, Hurts takes off, and Jalen Hurts.
This ain't got to be fucking close, bro. We've been dominating all 2 years.
Here's Saquon Barkley for the first time, sneaking around the. On first down, pressure coming. Daniels in trouble. brought you all you hoped for, and that your favorite football team will top.
Would you like to share any opening remarks with the fine patrons?
Got that out the way early. Now let me give him something to actually boo about.
Here's Keyshawn Nixon, the all
Let's always know. Let's go. Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3.
for the 129th time.
Say what? Say who?
In the edge, Kelsey comes and he helps secure it. Here it comes again. He still got it. Throws to the end zone, and it's caught by A.J.
The Eagles are now 11-4 after a 33-25 win on Christmas Day against the New York Giants. We are here to.
The Eagles started 2024 with a bang, signing multiple free agents on both sides of the football.
The Eagles came away with a thrilling overtime win over the Buffalo Bills on Sunday,